Hello once again and welcome to RS Links. This is just a short video just to show you the instrument panel in the dash, just to go through some of the options you've got in there. A few people have been asking to see this, so I'm guessing you're people without cars, because if you do have a new Nissan Leaf then this will be quite boring for you, so probably not recommended you watch this, so switch off now. If you're still with us, then what we have, the first main display you see is your power meter. So the blue area to the left, to the bottom side of the power meter, that's your regen area, and to the right of there, that's the actual power that you're using. In the middle you've got your estimated range, currently 114 miles. We're just on a rapid charge at the moment at South Mims, so hence it's charging quite quickly. You'll see that pop up. The P means we're in P mode, park mode at the moment because we're parked up. That will change to D for drive or B for B mode. We've got the eco button on, let's switch this on and off, and then you've got e-pedal on and off as well, turn that on and off there. And to the top you've got the speed limit recognition with the 5 there. As we're in the services, it was a 5-mile limit. We go down from this one, so using the direction pad on the left of the steering wheel, we've got the current charge, state of charge. Currently putting in 25 kilowatts. It was just at 45 earlier, but as it obviously fills up, it drops down. So if we stayed here 52 minutes, we would get a full battery. Go down, this is battery temperature. So at the moment, it's sitting in the middle. When I started, it was quite low. It's only 6 degrees outside, but obviously putting in more power, it just increases the battery temperature a little bit. And here we have battery capacity. Now, this is only really relevant when the car's starting to get a little bit older. It may be losing capacity because of number of quick charges you've done, or just general state of how the battery's been looked after. So not really relevant at the moment. Maybe have a look in a few years' time and see what's happening here. So if we push the right button across the screen, this is where we see the radio station that we're listening to, or if you're playing MP3, it'll give you track names, album listings and things like that. You can choose your source in here as well if you want. Switch between AM, DAB, FM, USB and Bluetooth are grayed out at the moment because they're not connected. Go to here. This is the navigation screen. So if I was using the sat nav, you get extra graphics in here: arrows, roundabouts, junctions, slip roads, that kind of thing, telling you when to turn off, which exit to take. If you don't use it, then you just see a compass, and then at the bottom of the screen you see the current road name that you're on. So if you're on the M25, or if you're on, I don't know, the High Street or something, you'll see that on the bottom of there. This is your economy screen, so it kind of gives you the average miles per kilowatt you've been doing. Obviously that fluctuates up and down as you're driving. Go down again, you get a history of your miles per kilowatt in there too. Go right once more. We have, let's go to the top. So this one here is where you see your ProPilot. So if I press the ProPilot button here on the right of the screen, it shows you what sensors are active. Press OK. And you also get the symbols on the right, so the steering wheel and a picture of the car and the speed. You can set the speed using your up and down arrows on the right hand side, which will increase and decrease the speed. And then the road to the left, when you see the green lines on the either side of the road, that means that the steering has been engaged and the car can see the white lines in the road, and it keeps you between them. The 3 horizontal lines in front of the car, that's the distance that you're setting between the car in front of you. So you can press the button, you can change those. So between the greatest distance to the shortest distance. Pressing down again, we see which sensors are enabled. If we press the OK button, we can turn them on or off. That works for all of them. Emergency brake on or off. Go down to the next one. We have digital speedo. So a lot of people have been saying they're wondering where the digital speedo's gone, because they've seen the analog one. The digital one is there, it's just hidden in the menu. You also get a compass on the top, and it'll also tell you the radio station that you're listening to as well. Go down once more, you get tyre pressure monitoring. Press OK, you can set the units and you can reset the system. This one is drive computer. So this is the greatest distance I've got in this car at the moment. I've been resetting on drive computer 2 just to be checking different journeys and stats and things. So It tells you your average miles per kilowatt, how many miles you've driven, and average speed, and it also gives you a time. So as the car is turned on at the moment, the time is going. So you can reset that, hit OK. You can reset everything, or you can pick and choose which ones you want to reset as well. So if we go reset the time, for instance, resets the time back to 0. So moving across the menus, we have the settings. So in here is where you can change almost every setting to do with the car. Clock, for instance, you wouldn't change here. You would actually change in the central display, but they put it in there anyway. Maintenance, you can set tyres. You can say I want to check my tyres at so many miles, and it'll pop up and warn you. What else have we got? We've got, let's go from the top. So ESP setting, on or off. Driver assistance, this is where you can set your steering assistance on. You can set your lane, blind spot, emergency brake sensors. You can change those like you could with the previous one. Traffic sound recognition, parking aids. You got the sonar, parking sonar, off, front only, on. That's the parking sensors. Display on or off, volume, range, change all those. Moving object sensor, this is when things are moving around you, you can tweak those. Cross traffic sensor, the same. What else is there? Go back again. Customize display, you can check bits in here, turn them on and off. Extra screen, so these are ones that I've got turned on at the moment. I don't have chassis control turned on because I'm always going to keep it on, so I don't need to know if it's on or off. Same with traffic information, that just shows a bigger screen lower down. But you've already got the little one at the top, so I think that's a bit pointless. Eco info, drive reports. So drive report, once you've arrived at your destination and you turn the car off for a few seconds, get the opportunity to see the drive report of your current journey. Just gives you the stats, miles per kilowatt, average speed, time, distance. Navigation settings, just alerts on and off. Cruise stream transition, that's when you're switching between cruise and non-cruise. Welcome effect shows just a nice animation when you turn the car on of the car spinning around. Vehicle settings, lighting. Light sensitivity is when your auto headlights come on. You can have them coming on at dusk or darker. Locking, so selective unlock is when you first press the button on the car or the fob, it will unlock the driver's door only. If you press the button a second time, in either case, it'll open all the doors. So mine's set to just open all the doors when I press the button. Auto fold is the mirrors, so when you turn the car on or off, the mirrors will fold in or out as needed. EV settings, this is where you set your charge timers or your climate control timers. So if you want to plug your car in but not have it charged straight away, this is where you would set that. And same with climate control. If you know you're going to be, I don't know, driving off at 9 o'clock every morning, you can set your timer for 8:45 and it will do that automatically. I tend to use the app, so I just set the app for whatever time, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before I know that I'll be driving off, and that seems to work for me. TPMS settings, that's your tyre pressures again. That's also in another menu. Maintenance, as we saw, that was the tyres. Change the language, factory reset. So to the left, so to the right of the eye, you have just a warning triangle. Now we can't actually access that. If you see, we're trying to flick between it because there's no warning messages in the system. So imagine those are things like, I don't know, the washer bottle's empty or doors open or something of that nature. So they're just not there. So that's just a really brief overview of some of the controls in the system. So as I say, if you've already got a 2018 Leaf, then you probably won't find this interesting because you can do this yourself. But if you're new to Leaf or you've got a previous gen Leaf, you can see how some of the options have changed and what's new and what's the same still. So that sums this up. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful, informative. If you have, please like, and if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, please subscribe. I've got a few of the videos on as well. I've got the one that's the comparison of the old Leaf and the new Leaf that you may have seen, and there's the other one with my 24 hours of having the Leaf and my experiences. So have a look at those. Thank you. Goodbye.